Hey guys, this is Hbkgrand from the Dark Shinobi. So I'm making a video guide about the relic farming. A lot of people have been asking me questions like where do you farm the relics, how do you know where the relics are, and all those sort of things. So the two things that you need to know about, like there are two types of relics in the game, which are vaulted and unvaulted first of all. So the vaulted relics are like, for example, if you're here yesterday or like have joined like in a week ago or something like that, or you're still new and you're planning on joining, what happens is like each 90 days or give or take, a warframe leaves the game with some weapons or whatnot, and then a new one is introduced. So the relics in which those the one that is being vaulted, those relics containing those relics, they actually take the DE takes them out of the game. And what happens is that like when the new warframe is introduced, then there are new relics that are introduced. You could check those relics like which are vaulted. For example, if I go over here, if you see like Vobin Prime left yesterday with Exteleto Prime and Fragger Prime. So as you could see, I have like Lith A2 relics, for example. I'm not going to go into much detail with this, but if you see, I have an Exteleto Prime BP in this one. You cannot farm a Lith A2 anymore, and I will explain further in a minute. So let's go over here, and you could find out where these relics drop just by going to the codex. But I will tell you the better missions where there are high probability of their drops, so you can get more. So if you go to the relic section over here, so once again, so you go to the codex, you go to universe, you'll see the relics and arcane section, and if you scroll down, you'll see all of these relics. So we saw Lith A2, right? So let's go to Lith A2, and when we go to Lith A2 over here, you'll see on the top bottom right corner over there, you'll see the relic is currently in the prime vault. So this means this relic cannot be farmed in the game anymore. But like for example, Zephyr came out yesterday, so I won't have a lot of relics because I've been opening them a lot as we go along. So let's just go with Lith Z1, right, for example. So as you could see over here, it will actually tell you where these relics drop. So even if you don't have them, you could actually come over here, and on the top right, bottom right over here on the right side, you'll see on Earth, Phobos, like which missions drop them. So that's how you could actually find out where these relics are, all of them, every single relic. And then you could, the vaulted ones are here as well, so when you press X on them, it will tell you this vaulted is not in the game anymore. And then the other ones that are in the game, they will tell you where they're dropped. Now, a lot of people say like, hey, where do we get the exact relics? So there is actually no exact figure for any of the relics. They're just the drops. But how it happens is that like there are missions where you get the Lith drop, the Miso, the Neo, and the Axie. So there is a higher chance of dropping those relics. So they're random at all times. So you can get that from there. So before we go to the navigation, you could go to like your syndicates as well. Here you could actually, once you are like, if you're maxed out, then I would recommend you doing this, but you can actually get those relic packs for 20,000 standings, and you can get like 3 relics that contain those prime warframe parts or whatnot, like Ember Frost and whatnot. Like they're out here, and you can only get that from relic pack, but as well as you could get those from farming from for like the new relics, like for the Zephyrs as well. So now we're going to go into the navigation menu, and I'll show you guys where Lith relics drop first of all. So the highest chance for Lith to drop is actually on Earth, Tikal excavation mission. You can get a lot of relics by doing the like excavation missions on Earth, on Tikal. The second Lith spot for a lot of people is actually Mars and Augustus. So these are like the two spots where it's like really hot drops for the Lith relics. So the Mars Augustus and Lith Tikal, these are the two excavation missions which are like really drop a lot of Lith relics. The second one is Meso Relics. So Io Jupiter, so the first two reward drops, so wave 5 and 10 have 84% chance of dropping Meso Relics. So for example, you're going to 5 waves, and on the 5th wave you reward is like an endo. You can extract right away and then come back in. So make sure when you're going into the mission, do the 10 waves and then extract. You could go to 20 to get a Neo Relic, but there's no point. So there is a higher drop rate for Neo Relic on wave 20, but there's no point to it because you can get at a better drop place. So Io Jupiter is actually for Meso Relics, the first wave 5 and 10. That's where you're going to be getting a lot of Meso Relics. And you can see in my streams, usually when I'm farming for Meso Relics or whatnot, you could go over here. For the Neo, I would recommend you can go to all of these ones, but if you have Eris unlocked or if you want somebody to carry you there or like taxi you there, Zinni is actually one of the most like used ones, and there's another one for this, but for Neo Relics, you can actually go to Eris. All the first two have the highest, wave 5 and 10 have the highest drop rates for Neo Relics. The wave 15 and 20 have even higher, but also gives you the chance of dropping Axii Relics. So wave 10 have a higher chance, wave 15 and 20 have even a higher chance of dropping Neo Relics, but they share kind of like the similar thing as Hydron, which I will explain in a bit as well. But wave 5 and 10 Neo Relics, wave 15 and 20 Neo Relics, and Axii Relics on Zinni. It's an interception. If you have a slow Nova, this is the best place to go, so because you could sit here all day and enjoy. And then Pluto, if you go to Hbkgrand, best place to farm Endo as well. And whereas secondly, every third excavator will have the highest chance of dropping Neo Relics, and every fourth excavator will always have a higher drop chance of Axii Relics. So you could, if you want to do chaotic farming while getting Neos and Axies, this is one way to go, because there is a higher drop rate for Neo Relics on every third excavator once again, and for Axii Relics every fourth excavator. Whereas the highest drop rates for Neos and Axii is actually Hydron. So wave 5 and 10 have the highest drop rates in the game for dropping Neo Relics, and for Axii Relics, highest drop chance at wave 15 and 20. So that's basically where you can farm these relics, and it will not be a problem. Apart from that, you could go to Cetus on Earth, do the bounties that have the relics and everything like that. There's a chance of getting relics from there as well, but the missions that I told you guys, those are like the highest places where you could actually get those relic drops from. So that's pretty much where the relics are. So if you are still wondering where those relics are, once again, you could go to the codex and figure out from there as well. So, and once you have that, just one thing that I need to tell everybody, that regardless whether you use it intact, like exceptional, flawless, or radiant, the drop rates are always determined based on like probability. So even if I went, for example, I went radiant, even though my relic got increased, like you'll see Extolator Prime has an increased chance, I could end up with a Valkyr Prime blueprint. So having a radiant in the part, like in the party or the lobby, will not increase your chance of getting it. However, there is a theory that if 4 people are carrying the same relic at a same level, like all 4 people have radiance, then there's a higher chance. But I have done so many missions with intacts, I was able to pull out like the rare drop like Extolator Prime, whereas with like 50 radiance I did once, and I never got like a common like a uncommon or a rare drop. I kept getting like 4 mobs or whatever. So it's basically all probability, so that's completely up to you how you want to do that, but like that's a suggestion. So but this is basically pure probability, because I've tried to test it out much, but if you guys want to add something, you could always leave it in the comment section. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you guys have any questions, any comments, you can leave it in the comment section below, and I will be more than happy to help out if anybody needs help in understanding about this anymore, so you can leave it in the comment. So this is Hbkgrand. I'm taking off, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this helps you guys out. So this is Hbkgrand taking off. Have a great one, guys. Take it easy.